I've helped a lot of people start their businesses, but I've also had to advise a lot of people who made a mistake when starting their business because of something they read or watched online. I've recently watched some of the so-called YouTube and TikTok gurus, and let me tell you, there's a lot of garbage being produced. I'm going to try and set the record straight about just a few of the things that I recently saw about what the gurus had said about starting an LLC. The first one revolves around the liability protection of the LLC, and one very popular video says if you own an LLC, you will not lose all of your personal savings or property in the event that the business is sued or has a major debt called in. Truth is that while you may not have to pay back some suppliers or vendors, if your business fails or is sued and you get a business loan, the owners are almost 100% going to be required to sign a personal guarantee, regardless of whether it's an SBA guaranteed loan or not. So the owners are on the hook personally to pay a loan back. Another popular video says that you will save money on taxes by forming an LLC over a sole proprietorship. Again, not true. The right answer is going to vary depending on a number of factors, but generally, to save money with an LLC, you have to elect the corporation tax status and be making somewhere between $40,000 and $60,000 in profits. After taking a salary, you will be able to distribute some of the profits, and those distributions won't be taxed as salary or self-employment income. But if you were to elect corporate tax status before making enough profit, this will likely be a more expensive option, as you will have to pay unemployment taxes and payroll taxes. Next is that you have to register for an employer identification number when you start an LLC. Again, wrong answer. An LLC is only needed if the LLC is owned by more than one person, has elected corporation tax status, or has employees. If you are a single member LLC that keeps the default tax status and has no employees, the owner can use their social security number. The last one is that LLCs are required to have an operating agreement. The operating agreement is basically an internal document that outlines the governing structure and operating guidelines of the LLC, along with listing the responsibilities of the members. And I don't know where the gurus are getting their information, but with the exception of only a handful of states, the state statutes are very clear that the operating agreement is optional. Is it a bad idea to have one? Absolutely not, especially if there are multiple owners, because if the business is sued and the LLC doesn't have one, default state LLC rules will apply, which may negatively impact the members. If your LLC will have multiple owners or investors, I strongly encourage you to use an attorney and not a random operating agreement template that you find online. These are just a handful of the truths that I came across about starting an LLC. In most cases, there are a few factors that you need to take into consideration before stating something online as a fact, but most of these gurus are just trying to sell you on using an entity formation service so they get their commission. They don't care if you make a mistake. And what I hope you take away is that just because someone says something online doesn't always make it right, no matter how large their audience or how nice their videos look, myself included. You should always double check any information, preferably with a professional, before committing to taking action. And that wraps up this video. Have you ever received or think you were given wrong information by the gurus when starting your LLC or business? Leave a note in the comments so we can make others aware and hopefully clear some things up. Thanks.